Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a cooking video. I know you guys love these and I haven't done one in a while, so I figured I would share this one. I ended up filming this last minute, so it's not like my usual very nicely filmed cooking video, but it's still a very good recipe, super easy and super yummy spaghetti squash. You guys know I love it, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So as you could tell, I had already opened my squash and gotten rid of all the seeds, but once you do that, you want to lay it on your baking sheet. I cover it with aluminum foil to make it easier to clean. Then I drizzled some extra virgin olive oil. Also, I put some garlic powder, pepper, and some salt, and then it's ready to go in the oven. I did preheat my oven to 400 before I got started with my squash, so now it's ready to go and I'm gonna put it in there for 45 minutes. So once the squash is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting everything else ready. I'm starting by chopping my fresh garlic in my little chopper because it's the easiest way to do it, and I think I'm doing about 5 cloves of garlic. You could do more if you want or less. I love garlic, so I did tons of it. And then I'm gonna move on to my shrimp. So my shrimp was frozen, but I love to buy wild-caught shrimp, and that's why I bought it frozen, because usually the one that I find fresh is farm-raised. So I just defrosted that in some cold water, and once it was ready, I set it over a paper towel so it soaks up a lot of the liquid. And then I just go ahead and season it, and I season that with some salt, pepper, and onion powder. And then I'm just putting them in the pan face down and letting them cook on each side for about 3 minutes. I'm not completely sure how much shrimp I'm using. I think it's probably a pound or a little more. We got the big bag from Sam's Club, so I am not sure how much of it I actually took out, but I would usually use just like a regular size bag from the grocery store. Also, I did want to say that you don't need to use shrimp. You could use chicken. I've done it with chicken. I just get like the chicken tenders, raw chicken, and then I just cut them in little cubes and cook them, and it's also really good. Once my shrimp is cooked, I just put it to the side, and then in that same pan I just add some olive oil and start cooking my fresh garlic that I chopped. Make sure you bring down the heat when you're sauteing your garlic, because you don't want to burn it. That's just going to ruin your dish and give it a bitter taste. But once it's been cooking for about a minute or two, you're going to go ahead and add your baby spinach. And I pretty much add the entire box of spinach because it just shrinks into nothing. So I just cook all of it, and you just kind of like mix it around with the garlic. Again, make sure your garlic doesn't burn. And then once that's done, all you're going to do is add your shrimp back in. So by the time I'm done with this, my squash is ready to come out of the oven. So I just take it out and grab a fork, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fork it. I always think that sounds so funny. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but that's what I'm gonna say. But you're just gonna go ahead and get all of the good stuff out of there, and then you're just gonna go ahead and put them in your pan with your shrimp and your spinach, and you're gonna make sure everything is nice and mixed together, and you get all that garlic and shrimp and spinach all mixed with your squash. Okay, so once everything is nice and mixed, I am grabbing my Parmesan cheese and adding about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of cheese to my mixture, and then just mixing everything back up. And you could go ahead and skip this part if you don't want to add cheese, or if you want to make it even healthier. But I did add some Parmesan, and this was before I started my diet, so I added cheese, but now in my diet I probably won't be adding any cheese at all. But once I get that in my boat, I kind of like fill up the boat with half of the mixture, and then I start adding my mozzarella pearls. And you can go ahead and use regular mozzarella and cut it into little pieces, or use shredded mozzarella, whatever you want. I just love the way that the pearls taste and the way that they look at the end, so I always add these. But I just do kind of like layers. I do like a layer of the mixture, then some cheese, and then I just top it off with another layer and some more cheese. And again, if you decide to skip the cheese, you could just be done. You don't need to put it back in the oven or in the boats unless you want to make it look prettier. And also, if you want to make it healthier but you still want to add some cheese, you could go ahead and just do the Parmesan and skip the mozzarella. But once that's done, I am popping it back in the oven that I left on at 400, and I just let the cheese melt. That's all you need to do, is let the cheese melt. So for about 5 minutes or so, and this is what they look like when they come out. And guys, this dish is so good. You guys are gonna love it. And as you could see, it's super easy to make, and you could also make it with different vegetables or with chicken, and it will be really, really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think, and if you try it out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.